I signed my soul on the dotted line. Hey, Ben, could you just drop that microphone if you could? Oh, thanks. That was perfect. That, as you say, was awesome. If you have children out there, that was the sound of my son dropping the microphone. I could either cut that out in post or keep it in just because you need to know what it sounds like when $200 hits the ground. Because that would be the sound of $200 hitting the ground. So there you go. We are talking about successes, women's that are successes. We're cooking s'mores. If the kids who want s'mores go to get the s'mores, anything s'morey at your shop?
We do s'mores cupcake, and we also do s'moreo, which is cookies and cream and s'mores mixed together.
Nice. So, it's cupcakes. So people show up and it's cupcakes, like a lunch rush on cupcakes.
We have full cafe, so we do slow roasted pulled chicken, slow roasted pulled pork, BLTs. We have locally roasted coffee, loose leaf tea. Plus cupcakes and cookies and all kinds of baked goods.
Yum!
Right. Well, I do like me some cupcakes and such. But so what was the goal here? So now as I know of you and know who you are, at the beginning of time, I would have told you that you were, someone who was in the arts of some form. Like you were designing dresses. You could have been in the fashion industry. You could have been a fashion designer. And then you went off to the Cayman Islands and did some form of money business, straight up money business, where I don't remember you ever designing anything out that way. Maybe a pumpkin.
I did my wedding dress and all my bridesmaids dresses while I
you
got married on the beach in Cayman.
Okay, so you got married on the beach in the Cayman Islands and you made your own dresses.
Yes.
Did you bake your own cake?
I did.
Okay, see, so there you go. So both are right there. You could have done either.
Could have gone either way.
It could have gone either way. So you're at the Cayman Islands. You're doing some banking, and you're living in the Cayman Islands. You got married. You baked your own cake. You made your own dress, and then you said, you know what? Cupcakes.
I want to make cupcakes.
I want to make cupcakes. When does cupcakes even come into the play? You said your a mother-in-law or your stepmother-in-law, stepmom. She's somebody who was baking in your life.
Always, yes.
Always baking.
Always baking with my stepmom since I was a kid.
But baking cupcakes?
No cupcakes.
All right. So where did the cupcakes come from? Where does cupcakes come from?
Good question. Cupcakes are fun and they're easy and people love them, so why not cupcakes?
Okay, so that's really where it stemmed from. Really, why not cupcakes? All right, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I wanted any deeper answer. It's just so you have. So what's your degree in? You went to school.
I did have a business accounting diploma and a Bachelor of Arts.
Okay, and we started a business, right?
We started a business. I'm trained for that.
Right, and we have a woman in business. Do you find it difficult as a woman in business?
I think it's difficult to open a business whether you're a man or a woman. Okay,
that's almost a pretty good answer. So, as a woman in business, do you find there's a woman camaraderie that's stepping forward, or is it more just a small business union, I guess, that might step forward to help small businesses bloom?
Yeah, probably a bit of both. There is definitely the small business thing going on, and but most of those small businesses are actually women. I'm finding.
That's weird. So is there an outside force that's woman only that's come forward and go, we are the business women, we all stick together? Has that happened?
No. I haven't seen that happen.
No, but there is women-y only type businessy type stuff, right?
There is. I belong to some kind of group where there's a lot of women in business asking each other questions.
Yeah.
I
I just want to see women helping women, because in general they don't seem to be helping each other all that much. Like the way, at least back in high school.
I think they help each other now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do you find
networking group? That's the word I was looking for.
What do you call it?
Networking group of women.
Oh,
where
right.
Women support women. Women are there to answer
right.
questions for women and to help each other out.
Right.
And yes, that definitely exists.
Right. Worthwhile.
Worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So that's what I'm kind of reaching out for. That is there a special place that women need that leg up, where like even minorities they have their own the Chinese paper. They got the paper for every minority, just to let them know what their news is. Are women in need of such a thing?
Good question.
I don't know. You're a woman who's in business, and you don't feel neglected by other women.
No, definitely not.
Okay. Do you feel supported by other women?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
But I feel supported by the community. It's not necessarily women or not women.
Okay. So there you go. So all right. So maybe my question is moot, and I hope it is. But I thought it was harder for women in general than it is for men to make things work out. But you have a partner, and your partner is a
man.
See, so maybe you just don't know.
Maybe that's the difference. Not a woman in business on my own,
right?
Looking for the support of other women.
Right, and then you got if he says so. So I actually want it to be exactly that, though. I want it to be successful women reaching out and saying, yeah, if you have something you want to do, making dresses. And so how did making dresses not hit the skids? Are you making dresses?
Yeah, actually the girls were in camp last week, and there came a day where it was fairy day and they needed fairy dresses, so I stayed up till 4 in the morning and made them each fairy dresses for the next day. So yeah, I can still sew, I just don't have the time.
Right, but it's not a business, it's not even a side business like a lemonade stand.
It's not something that I wanted to do full time. It's very tedious work.
Oh, so you it's because of the effort that's put towards baking versus the effort that's worked before making a dress.
Interesting, because either one, I'm sure I would be investing the same amount of time.
I don't know. I've never made a dress, but I have baked cookies and brownies, as you know.
And it's more fun. It's more fun to bake.
Well, clearly the baking of the brownies is more fun. That's a good time. That's for sure. So yeah, I didn't understand cupcakes because I know you, and I didn't understand.
And I've never made cupcakes up until
not for me.
A few years ago.
Yeah, I don't even know cupcakes to be even part of your. I don't know even what to say. Say she's opening a cafe with cupcakes.
I was working at the bank at the time when I decided that I wanted to bake.
I'd rather do the exact opposite of this.
Exactly. So I put out flyers in the neighborhood, my number on the mailboxes. People, contact me if you need cakes or cupcakes, just to see what was out there. And it turned out I got a lot of business, and people were wanting to order cakes and cupcakes, and I really liked it. So instead of waking up and going to the bank every day, I thought I would like to wake up and do something I enjoy every day.
You know what? If you're going to wake up, why go to a bank? Who needs money? And that's a problem with small businesses. The restaurant business, if there's anything harder, I can't even think about the dream of a restaurant. The idea of branding a cupcake, I don't even know if you can brand a cupcake, but that's one idea versus the cafe, because you are the one location at this moment.
At the moment.
Right,
yeah.
and see, the reason I said that the moment is because I think that's the dream of every restaurateur, is to make the beginning of something that could be duplicated and then franchised.
Yes, absolutely. That's our plan.
Right, well, that would be a plan, and that's the plan. And then restaurants, what makes one restaurant different from the other? All of them are difficult. Business is difficult, like you said.
It's
definitely
difficult.
Right, so it doesn't matter boy or girl, doesn't matter man or woman, but business in itself is difficult. So, cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
We love cupcakes.
Right, that's where we are. So now that the whole world is becoming health conscious, cupcakes. There you are. It's right in your face.
We
cupcakes.
do gluten-free cupcakes. We do sugar-free cupcakes.
Okay. No, gluten-free, sugar-free.
We have cupcakes with fruit and vegetables, carrot and banana, and zucchini.
Okay, aren't we cutting the muffin? Aren't we now cutting our cusp with the Muffin World?
It's not a muffin. It has icing on it.
Okay, hold on. So we're now going on definitions. So what makes a cupcake not a muffin?
Icing.
Icing. So if I put icing on a bread muffin, cupcake?
Interesting. Maybe I should try that one.
I'm an inventor.
Yeah,
I am inventing stuff. So, other than coming to your door and saying, "Hey, I want some cupcakes," how do people reach out to you?
I've got a Facebook site, Cup Cake Junkie Cafe. We have a Twitter feed. We have a website.
Okay, there's lots of places you can reach out to, but at the end of the day, I call from London, Ontario. Am I getting cupcakes?
If you want to pay for me to drive them out there, you sure are.
So that becomes the dilemma. It's the getting the cupcakes there. It's getting the the product across Canada or
Right.
across the United States.
Currently, we offer delivery at an affordable price to Whitby, Oshawa, and Ajax. We have delivered to Scarborough and Toronto. And people are
that's
willing
Toronto.
to pay the extra fee.
A little GTA action. Well, that's kind of what we're saying. We are national, so people across the way will hear how it works out for small businesses and small business owners here in, one of the provinces that holds 1/3 of the population of all of our country. And we're basically the same-minded folks. So here we are. Are we eating cupcakes in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I know we have coffee houses on every corner, and we seem to not get enough of that.
Right.
So are cupcakes a part of our day?
They are. There's a lot of different cupcake places open in and around the GTA.
Right. Now, are they doing the cafe split? I don't think so.
Nah, some of them are starting to go that way from what I've seen. Some of them, when I started doing my original research, I had to go and check out all the little places and eat their cupcakes. And my pet peeve about the little cupcake places in Toronto is that there's nowhere to sit and eat a cupcake. You buy your cupcake, you're standing out on Yonge Street eating it.
That's the problem with a lot of the jobs that you find out there in Toronto. just eating it on the street.
Eating it on the street.
Yeah, that's why I like me some street meat.
Yeah, street meat's good.
I
Goes good with cupcakes,
Yeah,
too.
does it? Do you have a street meat cupcake? 'Cause if you do,
Street meat first, cupcake for dessert.
no, I'm talking about a street meat cupcake.
That's another good, interesting idea.
If I put frosting on it, you don't know. If you put frosting on it, you don't know if it's a muffin or a cupcake. There's a fine line.
We do have a maple bacon cupcake.
That is close enough. That is a
Yeah.
close second. And so we're reaching out on your way to the website, but you have to be local. It's a local scenario.
At the moment, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if someone has the initiative and they're thinking cupcakes and cafe, you also have a rental room that you can rent for events and
We
something.
have a party room. Yep, seats 12. You can have a party in there with or without a cupcake instructor.
Okay. Now I didn't know about this, so I need to learn just like you guys out there. You get with or without.
So party room without the instructor is basically the room.
All right.
You can have the food, the sandwiches, the cupcakes.
Right.
You just have your party
Right.
in the private room.
Right. Is there any entertainment provided with the room?
No entertainment provided. No.
Is there a plug if I wanted to?
There's a
bring a
plug. There's a
karaoke
TV.
machine?
Yeah.
If
yeah.
I wanted to bring a karaoke machine and entertain 10 people, I could do that in your room?
You sure can.
I am going to do that in your room.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going to have a show. It's going to be live from my bedroom.
From the
live.
cupcake shop.
Live. On
From
stage.
Cup Cake Junkie.
And then Cupcake Junkies right there at the end. To be live from my bedroom, on stage, live from the Cupcake Junkies.
CupcakeJunkieCafe.com.
It's just the cafe I keep losing.
Because it's a cafe. We serve way more than cupcakes.
You sure do. Because I get some pulled pork on my muffin.
You
That's not
can
a
if you
muffin.
want it. It's a cupcake.
By the way, if I put frosting on my pulled pork,
You do the pork in muffin form and put a frosting on it. It's a cupcake.
you know what? Everything's a cupcake. All I want to do is just put frosting on stuff all day long.
Yeah.
Why? That can't be bad. So, is there anything else that comes with frosting?
Yes, we do cookies with frosting.
Really?
We can do brownies with frosting.
Everything can come with frosting.
Cheesecake with frosting. Everything's in the shape of a cupcake, by the way.
Okay. I don't know if that's a problem or not a problem, but it does sound like a good food. And so you can rent the room with some food as well as a cupcake instructor.
Yes.
And
you
what
can
does the cupcake instructor do?
You can have a theme party, like a cupcake decorating party. So you would pay for an instructor.
Right.
You could bring you and your 11 friends, so
Right.
we seat 12 comfortably.
Right.
And one of our staff members will come out and show you how to properly frost a cupcake, how to make decorations out of fondant.
this is
Can
good.
do all kinds of decorating.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Lots of fun. We've
Yeah.
done a couple little girl birthday parties, but it applies to all ages.
No, I would say that would apply to all ages, straight across the board. I'd even call up your local community college and say this could be the grand festive coming out of your decoring if you think you passed your test. So why not? That sounds like a great get out there and do something together. And why not a first date scenario?
Oh, yeah, now you're talking.
So why not? I mean, you're going out there, you're going to have her do some sweet things anyways. You might have find out if she can bake.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause she can't bake. What do you need her for?
Baking is important, yes, definitely.
Baking is important. Baking, I find, is not easier than cooking. I just don't like expediting. With baking, there's no expedition. Like, you know what I mean? Baking has, you set the timer for 45. I don't have to wait for the veggies to be done and then figure out when the rice has to be done.
Right.
I want to punch in the face.
Right.
I can't expedite. I
Right.
can't do the math. But I level everything off. I weigh it either in water or metrically somehow. I put it all and I mix it. And I don't. Now, I've made the worst pie crust in the history of pie crust because you have to be gentle when you're playing with the flour. You don't think you have to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's trying to bind together. And I was just being cruel and unusual. Yeah. So my wife threw it all away
Oh no.
and redid it all and made it look like I had helped.
Perfect.
So that's hard. But pies, which are just big tarts, are they?
Good way to put it.
Isn't it? Or tarts of small pie?
Okay. Yeah. we don't do pie or tarts.
No pie or tarts
No.
in the cupcake shop. That's what you out of your mind. It'd be like anarchy. Next you're gonna say pogos. We should have-
No.
Exactly.
None of that.
You gotta draw a line in the sand.
Exactly.
I mean, I'll pull your pork, but there's got to be. There's no way I'm taking that way. And my boys, we came by. I've invited friends from that you have as well. We've stopped by the shop. We sampled you got parking in the rear, and
Yes, we
it's
do.
we stayed because, as you said, it gave us a place to stay. And normally, well, I have to be honest, I've never gone out of my way for a cupcake. Like, a cupcake is never like, hey kids, what do you want to do?
Let's drive an hour for a cupcake.
Yeah, see, well, that's true. I'm outside the GTA on the west side, and you're outside the GTA on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
So going for a cupcake is clearly an event. You have to call somebody first. But
Well,
yeah,
I feel honored. Thanks.
see, but honor shouldn't be what happens. It should be some kind of way of reaching out. And I don't know how online works and how they click a button and you automatically kind of get it there. I'm not too sure. See,
Well-
you know the postal service?
Yeah.
I give you a letter at the postal service and I put $1 attached to it. They'll take it to Vancouver.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that with cupcakes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say is, like, there's got to be a way to work out, like, how would it be like the Rose Shop? You know, like the flowers.ca. You just get an affiliating cupcake place wherever they are
Yeah.
that affiliate with you because they have the open kitchen and you get the order and then you send it their way. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I actually
one
don't
day,
know.
One day.
No, see, but so your way is franchising, and I'm trying to figure out how if women are going to be connected to women. I mean, again, I don't know how many men are open these cupcake shops.
Well,
mean-
see that was a challenge we faced from the beginning because cupcakes generally attract women. But with our pulled pork and the sandwich
boys
and
show
cafe side of things, we're getting more and more men in there.
Yeah, I mean, men here pulled pork. They're showing up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so all right. So cupcakes is an affiliation to the feminine side of things, and as I was saying, the small businesses. Actually, you were saying the small businesses you were being reached out to or reaching out from were women, mostly women as well. So I don't know. I don't know any men that have started. I mean, I do know a lot of male bakers, though.
Mm-hmm.
I do, but I know more men chefs.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and is there a degree you can get in baking? Does it exist?
I don't know if they have an actual degree for baking. I honestly didn't go to school for it myself, but there's all kinds of places where you can take baking courses.
Yeah, a course in baking is not what I'm saying. I'm like, can you get like an MDA in baking?
I don't think so.
You know,
But don't quote me. I'm not sure. You might be able to get one somewhere.
well, okay. So now that it's what my son was basically saying with Canaan.com, it's an art. So
It is an art.
Right. So I follow instructions that someone else came up with, and then I duplicate everything like a science experiment. I get to see the volcano explode.
Mm-hmm.
So cupcakes and stuff should do that, or any of your recipes like secret recipes, or you're just like, we just have the convenience of making it for you, or we do something extra special that you don't get it because you said some crazy Oreo cookie dough
Yeah.
punch you in the face. There
Yeah,
was
S'moreo.
there was something that was just like, wow, that sounds like a lot
Maple
of something.
bacon.
There you go, like things that
Yeah,
left
I mean,
wing.
yeah,
Does
they're secret.
anyone do
They're
that?
secret recipes. Sorry, I
there's-
can't give them to you.
Yeah, yes, I'm trying to say. So that is part and parcel of what you're doing. Like there is a creative edge to this, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, and is that the motivator, or is the motivator just not having a boss?
Both. Definitely both. I like to be my own boss, but I also love to be creative.
Right. See, that's the thing, right? And I'm kind of open for that. But I can't. I can bake better than I can cook. I mean.
Me too.
You've tasted my brownies.
Oh yeah,
those
you
are
make
mine.
good brownies.
I made those
awesome
brownies. Yeah, those brownies are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can only have 2 of them though.
One for me.
Yeah, they're just they're trumped with goodness. But my cooking I wasn't trying to sell. I'm still not trying to sell it. I mean, I might try to sell that chicken curry.
That chicken curry was really good too.
See, I can cook a little.
You can.
But
my business partner is the one who isn't like his part of the business is the cafe side. So he has all the recipes for the food. I have all the recipes for the baking.
Oh, yeah, right. So you wouldn't find yourself to be chefy either.
No, definitely. I don't really cook much.
You don't really cook much.
No, I definitely prefer the baking.
All right, so hold on. So the partnership that actually came to be. So you're thinking, I'm in the Cayman Islands. People like my cookies. I'm going to make some cakes. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Then you come to Canada, back to Canada, and you find a partner who's like, well, I don't know nothing about cooking no muffins.
Well, it didn't quite go like that.
But I got this thing for pulled pork. That's phenomenal.
I went, when I moved from Cayman to Canada, I was still working for the bank. I started doing the cakes and cupcakes out of the house. So for probably 2 years, I worked out of the basement. I got a commercial kitchen set up in the basement.
Am I hearing Asian music?
We're hearing something crazy going on
What
over
am
there.
I hearing? No, I'm serious. What am I hearing?
Minions? I think
Is that
it's
seriously
the
what
Minion
I'm hearing?
movie. I think so.
That's
And it's
way
very loud.
It's way too loud. We're hearing a movie in the background because we're live from my bedroom, season 5, ladies only. We're talking about how do you choose what it is you're going to do to make your life better, that makes your life better. I mean, you're going to a bank every day, you're making money, you got a boss, but that maybe not be making what you happy. But making you happy is making cupcakes.
That's right.
And getting a male partner who likes to pull his pork.
Oh
and
gosh, it doesn't sound good that way.
It doesn't sound the best, but it tastes pretty good as pulled pork.
Tastes awesome.
It does. And then they have a place, if you want to bring some people to hang out, they have a place for you to just chillax and kick back. You can do your own thing. And then you can get your own instructor to teach you how to pull pork. Probably not, but they'll teach you how to decorate
cupcakes
and make them probably personal at some point. I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you want there.
We can do anything.
Yeah.
We get kind of crazy orders sometimes.
So maybe,
we can do it all.
Maybe a bridesmaid party.
Yep, done a few of those.
And then Sean can pop out of the cake.
No, that's not going to happen. No.
I know a couple of people that might want to pop out of that cake. I, on the other hand, want to do a live show there, so we'll get at least an audience of 10. Standing room only be 20. We'll get some people in there. I'll work the door. You'll take the cash, and we'll see what happens. We'll do a little thing. That was sometime in October, because that's when people are willing to come inside.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can invite them to your place, come inside, and that's the thing. Because I think this should be live. I want to have people come out. I have some performers. I want to do some variety. And they should eat cupcakes.
Yeah.
Let them eat cake. Have you ever heard that one?
Let them eat cake
Let
and
them
cupcakes.
No, let them eat cupcake. Let them eat cupcake. And that's what we're saying. A personal choice of doing what you want to do, and you feel satisfied. I mean, being a business owner has got to be hard as hell.
It is hard as hell, but it's very satisfying. I love what I do. I love getting up every day and going into the shop and making cupcakes. Making people happy.
That's nice. And so your secret recipes, do you have a vault? Do you have a lock where you just open?
No.
They're just out there.
They're just in the kitchen.
They're just in the kitchen. Wow. If you want the secret recipes of caramel milk bar, it's sitting in her kitchen.
Yeah.
It's just sitting right there. If you want a little bit of that, it's right there for you.
We had one guy bust into the shop about a year ago. He was literally kicked the door in, walked out with a case of cupcakes and a bucket of ice cream. Didn't even look at the cash.
Didn't even take the cash.
Didn't look at the cash or the secret recipes. Just wanted a cupcake.
Well, there's a guy who has been to a rock concert. And after the rock concert, he had only one thing. It was more cowbell and cupcakes. Well, that's really good to hear. Do we have an alarm system now put in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the security video system installed the night before he broke in. So we
you
got the
actually
whole thing on video.
Oh, that must have been hilarious just watching him
so
I'm
funny.
going to eat you.
So funny. We'll post it on our Facebook page.
You post it on your Facebook page, but it's still, it's pending.
It's pending.
I'm pretty sure he's going to jail. You can't walk in. You can't walk in and steal
I
stuff.
can't post it until the investigation is closed.
But right after that, hilared him.
Yeah.
Hilaritum will set in. So don't steal the cupcakes. Come in when she's open. Spend a couple of dollars. Stay a bit. Say hello. There's a bunch of ladies that are hanging out there, right? It's
yeah.
I don't know
Bunch of
I've
all
ever seen
kinds
a
of
man
people.
working for you.
I have one man working in the back right now.
In the back.
In the back.
Got to keep
He's
in the back.
making cupcakes.
Making cupcakes. All right, so you got one guy working for you making the cupcakes. So bakers, you find more bakers being women or men?
Definitely more women.
See, but I thought that was the other side. I thought men were the bakers, men were the chefs, like professionally.
Yeah, I think maybe professionally there's probably more male chefs, but the bakers, well, as far as in downtown Whitby, and they're applying to Cup Cake Junkie, it's mostly women.
Right. All right. So when you're reaching out, you're finding women are reacting, and then I guess how many men are like, I want to cook me some cupcakes.
I have probably had a total of 6 males apply to
Right.
work at Cup Cake Junkie.
All right.
6.
Again,
Probably about hundreds of women.
Yeah. See, that's a weird back and forth of how many we're talking per. That's a weird per capita.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know about that, other than good for you, because that's only makes it better for you in your life. Because now you've cornered a certain amount of the market. Because there's some guys out there not trying to go up against you,
No.
which make it easier or harder. I don't know. It's like you got to get in with the soccer moms. You got to get in with the.
Yeah, we sponsor a soccer team. We sponsor a baseball team.
Yeah,
we
like
sponsor a hockey team.
Yeah, this is right.
Yeah,
This is right.
so
Exactly that.
We do see a lot of the
Right.
teams coming in for ice cream after practice and stuff.
Yeah, well, that would be like what goes around comes around scenario.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, no, so you seem to be doing it right. Is there? Did you get any of these ideas from the women's group for which gave you some networking, or did you pick these things up from just like where are your business ideas coming from? Since banking isn't business per se, other than you understand what to do with the commerce after you get it.
Right. Yeah, good question. The ideas kind of come from everywhere. Yeah, definitely some from the women's group, just
Okay.
throwing ideas around.
Right.
Definitely some from, just talking to customers and
Right.
being around people who are
So
interested
talking
in
to
the
your
business.
customers, having an ear to the people that you're serving, you think has made your product and what you serve better.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what would be the number one thing that's made this this endeavor, this initiative, this I'm going to be a baker and be a small business owner, and hopefully one day be a large business owner.
Mm-hmm.
What is your end game?
What's the end game?
Yeah, like what's satisfying you the most that becomes the end game?
I don't know. I can't choose one thing. I enjoy owning the business. I enjoy talking to the people, being part of the community, providing jobs for the local staff, staff, and I don't know, so much, dude. I just get it. There's a big sense of satisfaction that comes from doing it yourself.
All right, so if you're driving through Whitby, and that's just right off the 401, right? You get off the Brock Street, and it's just...
Yeah, Brock Street South, just north of the 401.
All right, and you can reach out to you at your website or at your Facebook, which I'll post up on this, as well as dropping in. There you go, and the address there?
404 Brock Street South.
There it is, and that's in Ontario, so you have to be passing through. All right, well, thank you very much for your time. We had a good night. The kids said they had a good time, and we had your cupcakes before. We'll have them again.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Yes, I signed my soul on the dotted line.